I first became interested in meadows accidentally, really, as a child, on holiday with my grandmother, and I'd gone out for the day and just literally wandered into a grass field. And even as a kid, that impact, that amazing tapestry that nature provides of fabulous wildflowers, it gives you a moment where the hairs on your arms start to move, and you don't know why, but you are really affected. 30 years ago, as a young farmer, I remember that moment, walking into a surviving wildflower meadow. It was just breathtaking. And then there was that memory, that moment from a child. And I realised just how important that was and how we should do something to protect it. These meadows are rare and getting rarer by the day. Now, I'm not sensationalising. There's only 2% left in 70 years since the war. But it's not too late. We can reverse this terrible trend of loss. The Coronation Meadows project sets out to do two things: to identify surviving ancient wildflower meadows, and from those to create new ones. Meadows were always a part of our traditional farming landscape. Last September we took the seed from this meadow here and transported it just a few miles away to create a Coronation Meadow, and now 9 months later it looks like this. I am not such a closed thinker that I believe that every grass field in the United Kingdom, or anywhere else for that matter, should be looking like this. But what I do believe is that we should have a connected landscape, a connected environment. And there is a corner in every farm, and I would say every farm. There is a corner in every farm that could be representative of this kind of environment. And then you get connectivity. By creating new meadows, it would mean that in the future, our children and their children can wander through meadows like these and pick the wildflowers. I might explain, if there were too many green-winged orchids poking out the top, that there is a sensitive issue, and perhaps not to do it every day, but how nice. What is it about the floristic content of a meadow? Is it a sign of plenty, a sign of renewal, a sign that this is a pristine environment? Would it be a pristine environment without the flowers? There is a huge relationship, I think, in the human psyche and that floral image that we search for. We want it in our gardens. We take them to the dead. There's a feeling of perfectness and of renewal. One of the most lasting, iconic images of the Olympic Games, which was quite something for Britain, was the inclusion of wildflower meadows in and around the stadium. That really fired people to become interested as well. Now, that was in the middle of London. Why can't we have that in other places in the middle of London? Why can't we have the Hyde Park hay meadow? Coronation Meadows has raised awareness, it's got people thinking, and it's got people talking, and it's drawing together three of our most important conservation organisations: Plant Life, the Rare Breed Survival Trust, and the Wildlife Trusts. What could be better? I'm delighted that this conference today draws together so many enthusiastic meadow people, and the outcome will be a major contribution towards reversing the terrible trend of loss.